registered, you need an export license, and you need several legal documents for you to get started as an exporter. But there are ways around these things. There are ways you could get all of this paperwork, so you could get all of this information and start making good money exporting product out of the country. So today we're going to talk about export like we always do every Tuesday, and our guest is Mr. Godwin Oyefesa. He's standing by via the network today to talk some more on export. Now we have a news item here that says that the Nigerian Export Promotion Council has trained exporters on snail farming. I think I have Mr. Godwin here. Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Mary.
Yeah, good morning.
Always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, the pleasure is ours. Good to have you here every Tuesday morning. Now, I'm just giving a news here about what recently happened. The Nigerian Export Promotion Council trained exporters on snail farming, processing, and packaging for viable exportation worth $2.1 billion. Now, according to Nan, Executive Director of the NEPC, that's Dr. Ezra Yakusak, is speaking at a one-day training that took place on Friday, where Imo said, he said that the program was one of many efforts for the council in trying to reduce the dependency on oil and gas. But what caught my attention is the potential of snail farming and exportation. It's a $2.1 billion. And that is just snail. There are other areas of export that people can get into and create wealth.
Okay, thank you very much, Mary. Like I keep on saying, Nigeria is at a crossroad economically. And each time a nation is in a crossroad, the best thing for them to do is to actually look into situations that can bring them out. Like I was telling somebody, I said, this is a very prosperous nation with virtually everything, but the people need to harness the potential. There's gold in the ground. If you don't dig the ground, you cannot get the gold. Diamond is in Nigerian ground. If you don't dig it, you will not find it. God will not break the ground into two, and all the mineral resources will be coming out. So there's a need for us to harness opportunities. Vast among it is what you talk about, the issue of snail. And the only way, like I keep on telling people, since all the money we have now in the sales of oil, we use it to service debt. Okay? We take almost around 96% of money crude. Money as crude from oil to service debt, not even paying the debt just to service the debt. Now, the question now what remains is that government will keep on borrowing. Keep on borrowing to pay salaries, keep on borrowing to do infrastructure. It's going to be very, very hard for such nations. Then number two, we want to use this opportunity to please beg the people in the labor. What you should tell the president is that harness export potential, non-oil export, assist people to export out of the country, that the dollars and pounds can come in. Okay. Number two, you don't need to give people 25,000, 25,000, 35,000 naira. It's a waste of effort, waste of money, because a nation that has devalued its currency and also have inflation, if they are paying average worker 200,000, I'm telling you, is going to inflict more hardship, because the money you are giving to them will not be able to buy what even they want to buy. So it's not the issue of paying 25,000, 35,000 to each worker, and they even say 6 months. So which means that thing is a fluke. Okay, the government should focus on helping more exporters to export out of the country so that more money can come in. Then hashtag, build refinery and stop fuel importation. Hashtag, just build refinery, build more refineries, because from every crude oil produced, from every crude oil, you have nothing more than 15 to 17 products out of it, which also can generate employment. Kerosene, diesel, paraffin, a lot of things are within that. So build more refinery, and stop importation. And you see things start. You see, Nigeria is not a problem. That's why God is looking at us. We don't have problem, but we are the problem of ourselves. So once you can put things right, then this will be the most country, the most envious nation in the whole world, where everybody will be coming to. Now, let's come to the aspect. This is just an aspect of it. And when you talk about snail, now, the global market for edible snail is about 300,000 metric tons, which is valued about 1.3 billion. 1.3. See, the one Nigeria, even telling Nigeria, is just about 2 point something million. Can you imagine? But the real value in international, the global value is about 1.3, with an annual concept growth of about 4.5%. Now, the question is this: why are people looking for Nigerian snail? When you talk about snail, you are talking about a snail. There are various types of snails which is exportable, and most of them, all of them are in Nigeria. You have what you call Achatina machinata, Achatina fulicae. The first one, which is Achatina, is called the African giant snail. Okay, they are all in Nigeria. I don't know, they decided to make Nigeria their headquarters. They are all over. Now, it's rainy season. You see them going from one place to another. Now, why is it? Why high demand for snails? Number one, is they are medicinal. Number one, they use them in treating of whooping cough. Now, you discover that Nigeria is a wonderful country. And you see, the world, the Europeans, they are just making us, because what we're supposed to do, if you don't do it, then you give them advantage. Now, they are giving you vaccine, whooping cough, and snail, where they are going to use as medicine is from Nigeria, and they will take it, and they will also import it. So, whooping cough, treatment of whooping cough. Now, do you know that, why people are demanding for snail in the market? Because of high blood pressure. Now, there are some things within the snail that can help to reduce the trend of high blood pressure. Now, eating snails also help, in some highly incidental diet-related, communicable diseases. It helps to just remove it. Then it also helps. Of recent night, it's actually known that, it helps to fight cancer and prevent heart diseases and heart disorders. So all these reasons are reasons why there's a high demand. Now, let me give you this example. Now, Canada is the highest, importer of snails. I wonder when people continue to tell you that they want to jackpot to Canada, I just keep on asking myself, what is the problem? Now, there's a lot of snail in Nigeria, and Canada is the highest, importer of snail with about 37.7%, followed by UK. It will surprise you, Mary, that UK, you can export, snail, live snail to UK. You construct a wooden crate for them and you export to them. Now, second on the list of importers who are in high demand of snail is, UK with a 3.77%, followed by United States of America with a 6.02%, followed by Germany, which is about 1.72%, Sweden, the United Arab Emirates, Switzerland and Sweden. So all these things go. Now, let me also tell you the reason why there's a high demand. Do you know what they call? There's what they call a slam, from a snail slams. That slams, thing that you draw like a wedu or draw like, okra, slams. Do you know that when you collect it and dry it, you understand me, a metric ton of it, okay, is almost about 12.5, dollar per slams, which means, so that alone is another thing entirely. Now, so then why is it that there's a lot of countries that consume? France is the highest consumer of snails. The snail consuming volume by countries is at number one, France. France is the highest consumer. They consume a lot about 22.390 tons, which is value about $21.41 million, followed by Spain. Spain, the amount that consumption of Spain is about 15,083, and if you are able to export, the export value, in terms of exportations to Spain is about $17.30 million. It will also surprise you.
Yeah, you there? Can you hear me? Okay.
1,094
okay.
metric tons.
Okay, hold on. We lost you for. Can you hear me?
So when you look at all these things followed by
Mr. Godwin, hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Mr. Godwin? Okay, I think we've lost connection with Mr. Godwin, but I'll connect with him shortly. Just keep it here. Okay, sorry for that little break. I think I have Mr. Godwin right now. So we'll continue from where we stopped. Can you hear me, Mr. Godwin?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay,
yes.
Okay, great.
So like I said earlier I'm actually, because we talk about Snail, so we can lay more emphasis that there are reasons why people should actually get involved. Now, we look at the snake consuming nation like France, like Spain, like Morocco, like Paraguay, like China, like Italy, like Indonesia, like Romania and Thailand. All these countries are potentials where Nigerians can export to. With France consuming about 22,390 tons, which is valued about 41 million. So the market is there. Now, followed by Spain. Spain consuming, by ton is about almost 15,082, and if one is able to, Spain is able to give out their money to the tune of about $17.30 million, followed by Morocco, at least looking at the 4-3. So if you cannot export within to the European market, then what about Africa? No, exports of snails to Africa, to Morocco, is about 8,094 metric tons, which is about almost 7. Being able to do that, you're able to reckon about 7.73 million. So these are figures that actually people should think about and know that the potential in this sector in terms of export is extremely very huge, and it will be very suicidal if an average Nigerian do not engage in exports. And this is why we are giving out this information, that they can know how to go into it. And that's why we are having a program this particular November, which is tagged the exports, we call the master class, to actually give you more information and to actually direct you. So like I said earlier on, these are opportunity in 2021. Like I said, I've given you the top exporters are France, like Spain, just only. So these are markets that are ready. Okay, and in 2021, the world import of snail feed is exceeded by about 57 million dollars. Okay, so and in Africa, Tunisia, these are places that you want to export, you can do that. In Morocco, these are places in Tunisia, and so these are things that we should actually go into and make quite a lot of money. Now, the economic benefit of snails, also that shells are used. The shell, the shell you see, they are used for, as fuel, as a medium for what you call calcium, for calcium. Okay, then it's also like I said earlier on, 1 liter of low quality snail slam is sold for about 40 euros, and it's used to produce high quality cosmetics such as skin repairing, stretch marks, and drugs and syrup. So if you see that the snail from Nigeria, they use it for cream, they use it for stretch marks, they use it for drugs, hypertensive drugs, There's no alternative drug that can work without the use of snail slams. So Nigeria has the potential to earn about $4.4 billion from snail. And so the opportunity is large. And to real snail, it's not really difficult. Snail is one of the things that even if they eat rice, they eat eba. As long as there's no salt and oil, they can eat it.
Thank you, Mr. Godwin. We'll go for a short break to bring you, Romeo's Pizza. It's opening a new branch right here in Jakonde Estate. So we'll go for a short break to get that message, and we'll be back. And when we return, it's going to be time for question and answers from you. So the phone lines will be open. So we'll go for this break now. We'll be back after this one.
Tune in, pizza lovers, because something big is happening in Ajao Estate near the famous Global Supermarket. Are you ready for a taste of heaven? Get ready to indulge your taste buds like never before. That's right, folks. Romeo Pizza is opening a sizzling new outlet right at 22 Latif Salami Street, Ajao Estate, right next to the famous Global Supermarket. Mark your calendars for the grand opening this Friday, October 6th. It's going to be a pizza party like no other. Picture this: mouth-watering, cheesy slices freshly baked in our ovens, just waiting for you to have a bite. And that's not all. We have special deals, giveaways, and surprises lined up to make your visit unforgettable. Join us at Romeo Pizza on October 6th at 22 Latif Salami Street at Ajao Estate for the pizza event of the year. Don't miss out on the flavor explosion. Romeo Pizza, the secret is in the sauce. Stay tuned for more updates, and we'll see you there.
Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. You're listening to Business Around Town on radio, and today we are looking at how you can make millions of dollars or naira exporting product from Nigeria abroad. And today my guest has been talking about snail. But that's not the only product, only agricultural product that you can export. There are lots and lots and lots of items. If you've been a regular on the program, you know that we've talked about a lot, from cashew nuts to groundnut to palm oil to egusi to bolo, just name it. We've talked about a lot of products that you can export, and we've also talked about solid minerals that you can export out of the country. Now, we know exporting product out of the country requires a lot of paperwork. I mean, you need a license, you need your business registered, and you might need one or two documentation. So all of that we're ready to give you the information that you need and point you to where you can get those documents, where you can get those things. So the phone lines will be open shortly so that you can call in and ask your questions. Have you tried it? Are you in the process of getting your license, or you've gotten your license, or you're looking for a product to export, or you have one challenge or the other? All of that, you get answers to them when we open the phone lines. God, Ifeso will be standing by. So you can call 0700 903 9039, 0700 903 9039. So we'll go for a short commercial break, and when we come back, I'll start taking your messages. Do not change the dial. Keep it here. This is the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.
Serving you hot and fresh content on radio, and you have been loving it. Now we're taking it further. Catch us live on YouTube at BOP TV for all the juicy content you can't resist. Talk shows, exclusive interviews, news, lifestyle, and more. It's all about you. BOP TV, show up, speak up.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pickup and drop-off from the Lagos airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less. The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and cold berry ice cream, delight in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and cold berry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, Festac Town, 28 at Denira Ogunsanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. Romeo's Pizza and cold berry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions.
This is Business Around Town on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I have Godwin Oyefesa with me. It's time for questions and answers. The numbers to send your questions to is 0700 903 903 903. That's the number. You could send it right away. Mr. Godwin, are you ready?
Yes, quite ready.
Okay, great. Now, I will start with this very first message. It says, good morning to you, Mr. Godwin Oyefesa. I'm not based in Nigeria now. How can I get items to export? I'm based in France. He said he wants to come for the master class, but he's not based in Nigeria. He's in France, and he wants to know how he can get the items that he can export.
Anyway, actually, we are working on, if you have more participants outside the country, we may decide to have a link for them to link up, okay? That's one. No, number two, I think you have enough people participating from the diaspora, that can be done. But another way is also that if you are based in the U.S., you have somebody you can send in Nigeria to attend on your behalf, so you can, while we send all the materials to you. So these are things, the two options I think we may be able to do. So either you send somebody to attend on your behalf, then number two, also we send the materials to you, so that at least from there, then we can always pick up and answer your question even after the session, after the master class session. So these are things. But if you have enough participants from diaspora, we decided to have an online session whereby a link will be given to you. But that's also based on the fact that enough people are actually, because it's very funny to just give only 1 or 2% the link, which is going to be very expensive. It's not be good you spend 50,000 and use all the 50,000 so that is going to be an fair time for the link. So those are all the options. I think you can pick any of the options. You are good to go.
Okay, so for this person in France, now if he sends someone to attend the seminar, what about the how he will get the product that he wants to export to France? He said he's not coming to Nigeria.
That is not problem, because once you attended the program, the essence is to you tell us what you want to do, and we take you through some of those things. We have to buy the product, we have to source the product. All this information will be given to you. Those are the core foundation of the program. You decide on the product, then you will be there in the US or UK or anywhere you are. Be rest assured that you can always make arrangements to make sure those things get to you.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think you've answered the question. Now let's move to other questions here. This one says, "Good morning to you, Mr. Godwin and everyone. My question concerning the export is exporting of bitter cola out of the country. I'm thinking of exporting it to the US, but I'd like to know if there is another country that will be less stressful that I can export to and still make some money. I have my export license. I have my business registered. I know how to package the bitter cola, but I'm just looking for option." Okay, this is from Gabriel.
You can actually export bitter cola again to India. India is a very good country that always demand for it. Then places like Indonesia, you also requested for some of those things. Then Malaysia, Indonesia, all those places are very good places you can actually export, in Asia too.
Okay. More questions. 0700 903 9039. 0700 903 9039. Send in a WhatsApp message. WhatsApp message will do. Do not call in. Okay, another message here. Mr. Godwin, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay. Another one here says, "Good morning to you, Mr. Godwin. And my question is concerning exporting of plantain chips abroad. I sell plantain chips here in Nigeria. Where packaged, people buy it from me, but I want to take it abroad. So I'm thinking of adding some other things to it to make it more flavorful. But I heard you say something about that some time ago, that I can't add more than one ingredient. So please, I'd like you to clarify that for me. My name is Gloria from Ikotuegbe."
What actually I said was that if you are doing that, you don't need to add all the ingredients together. For example, you can say plantain chips with turmeric. That will be one part. Then plantain chips, with black pepper flavor, chili pepper. Not that you're going to add everything to it. It's going to be different from each other. I think that's what we say. So on your products, you make sure they are separated. You can't put black pepper, chili pepper, turmeric, everything in one part. No. Separate it and put the identity there so that we know that if anybody wants to buy it, But there are some products that some people doesn't like. So if you put everything together, you're going to make your product more challenging to sell. I think that's it to do.
Yeah, thank you for that. 0700 903 9039. 0700 903 9039. That's the number. Send in your WhatsApp messages to get your questions answered. Yeah. Okay.
The first woman and tell her.
Okay. Are you there?
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Yes.
Okay. This one says, good morning to you, Mr. Godwin. And
Madam.
are you? Can I continue?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I'm getting some feedback from you.
Okay.
Okay, this one says, "Good morning to you, Mr. Godwin. Now, I heard the next seminar coming up, the master class is for 50,000. I wanted to attend the one of 10,000 naira. Please, when is that one coming up?"
Yes, that's the master class is actually on the 4th of November.
Okay. So the next one coming up for the 10,000 naira, that will be next year. Next year we'll have the basic.
That'll be next year.
Yeah, basic. We'll have a basic class next year. So early next year there'll be a basic class.
We've done enough of basic classes, about 3.
Yeah, so that's it. So you can plan for that to come for the basic class, but the master class is quite different. Okay, 0700-903-9039. That's the number to send in your message to. Let me pause here a bit. I'll come back to the messages, but let me pause here so that we can discuss this crucial thing here. There is okay. There is a question here. Are you with me? Okay. Now there is a question here that has to do with cashew nut, that says that the cashew nut that I want to export, must it be the nut, or can I export everything? Because what we have in my village is everything, and I'm sourcing out the head and just exporting only that is quite stressful. I don't know if I could export the fruit as a whole, if that will be profitable. Okay, thank you. This question will be answered. Okay, another one here says, apart from exporting products, is there anything that I can export? Because from your conversation, you said that it takes a lot of paperwork to be an exporter. Is there any other thing that I can export? That's what you are asking. To make money. I think, yes, I can answer that question. If you are not an exporter, you can be someone that gathers the product for the exporter. Now, you can be the agent. You can be the middleman. For example, if you are in Nigeria, if you know how to source for cashew nut, for example, or you know how to source for quality granite or bitter cola and all of that, you can be the agent. You source for all of this product and you give it to the exporter. So you don't need all of the paperwork to do that. And if you're not in the country, if you are in France or maybe US, for example, you can go around, get those people that needs the product that we have in Nigeria, and then you supply that information to people here that have the license and have everything they need to be exporters. So you can be the agent and make good money. People do that and they are making good money from it. So if you know you cannot be a full exporter, I mean, having the license, having the business name and all of that, having the business name, having all of that, you can be a middleman. You can be an exporter and then a middleman for the exporter and make good money from that. Yeah, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. I have Mr. Godwin with me right here. I've been able to connect with him again. So we'll go back to the question. I think I've been able to give some answers to it, but I'd like you to talk on it. Someone wants to know if they don't have the paperwork to be exporters, they don't have the license, they don't have their business registered, but they want to be agents. They want to make money helping exporters. What do they need to do?
And they also need to come for the training, because that's where they will see the people they want to as clients. Okay, they are agents, they are freight agents, or anybody. They need to come so that at least the people also who are coming there can be a kind of network between the both parties. So I think that's it.
Okay. Now, thank you. Another question here says, good morning to you, Mary. I attended the very first basic class that you had, and that was some time ago last year, and I can tell you I haven't started yet, but the information is still in my mind to start. Now, my own question is about pap. I know how to make pap very well, and I sell pap here, and I want to know how I could preserve it for export. I've done my packaging, but I want to know if the packaging we have in Nigeria is the same thing as what will be acceptable abroad. My name is Cordelia.
I said I see the package. There's nothing. If I see the package, I'll be able to know whether it's in conformity with the standard required for exports. I need to see that before I can, talk on that.
Okay. Okay, so Cordelia, you need to come for the training, come for the seminar on the 4th of November. Come with the PAP and yes, and
yes, exactly. Yes. Just with the samples.
Come with the samples and being well packaged so that we could see if that's what it takes to export products, to export PAP abroad. So that's it. Thank you for sending in your message. Another one here says, good morning. Remember, the number that you can send in your WhatsApp message to is 0700 903 9039. 0700 903 9039. The reason I'm not taking calls is because I'm using that same phone to talk to Mr. Godwin. So that's why the phone lines are about, but I can't take your call. So just send in a WhatsApp message that I can take. Okay. Okay. Thank you for that. Now, this one says, good morning to you, Mr. Godwin. I just want to encourage people to try as much as possible to explore this export, because I tell you, I know people that are doing it for years and they've built their own houses. I got into it 2 years ago, and I can tell you it's changed my life. It changed the whole game. And I don't have to wait for government, wait for anybody to be able to put food on the table. And as I go further, I'm beginning to know more. So I will encourage people to take the first step and get into it. Okay, Mr. Matthew from Ikotwigbe, thank you very much for that message. Thank you for the encouragement. Okay. Another one here says, good morning to you, Mr. Godwin. My question is about palm oil. Yes, I want to export palm oil abroad. Please, can you talk on palm oil? This is my first time of listening to the program.
Okay, thank you very much. Palm oil is also part of the product that one can actually export to the international market. And there's a huge demand for Nigerian palm oil. But of recent, we discovered that a lot of them are actually asking for the one, the light one that normally comes on top, because at that point, cholesterol has actually been removed. Okay? And Akwa Ibom is actually the largest producer of palm oil in Nigeria. The first thing you need to do is that whenever you're exporting, you must know your source. Other source is very good place you can do is Cross River, Rivers, Abia, Imo, Ondo, Edo, Delta, and Bayelsa. Now, the global palm oil is traded at an average of about $35 billion annually. But it's got a Nigeria target share of the market is just 5%, amounting to about 1.8 billion. Okay, even that is actually being reduced by half, because people are not really doing much. So palm oil can be exported. The opportunity is huge, but like I said, there are standards, there are certifications, there are brand modes that need to be put in place. And I think for those, actually, our advice that if you have a product and you want to export, or you have a lot of questions in your mind, the best way for you is to be at the master class, so that at least we can have one-on-one talk. This one is not a crowded event. A one-on-one time where we can talk to each other. We analyze the product each other. We give you a benchmark for things to be done. And once you do it, it's going to be great. So I think that is about, like I said, you can export palm oil. And for those who said you have the palm oil, when you are coming for that program on the 4th, please can come with the sample so you can look at it and tell you what you need to put in place to make sure that it's exportable. Next.
Okay. Another person has sent in a message, said concerning the export seminar, the master class you're talking about, please, I want to come. Can you tell me more about it? When is the date, the time, and the venue? Please, I want to know more. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. The reason why we are doing the master class is that we've actually held the basic class about 3. I think this year we've done about 2. Okay, and we felt that the best thing is that you've been to primary school now. The next place for you to go to the secondary school, then we are taking it more higher. So that's the essence. So the program is coming up on the 4th of November. The venue is Golden Tulip Essential Hotel. It's an executive session where we're going to have a one-on-one discussion. This program will be told various 10 highly sorted products. The product they are looking for in the international market. It's a go to get program, telling you these are what people are looking for. These are things that they are ready to buy in the international market. So we tell you the shipping, how to ship it, how to brand it, how to, the payment options that's available for those commodities, for our government policies, Then number two is that we'll also be talking to you about the funding available. In most of our programs, the basic classes we've been doing, we've not been talking about how to source money for exports. So the master class will tell you where to source money, the funds available, how to access it, how to get it, and how to move forward with it. So these are things we'll be doing that's quite different from what we've been doing in the time past. So the seminar fee basically is 50,000 naira. And for those who are interested, want to start making payments, so that we can have a proper arrangement for you. So the number to send the details will be given to you. You just send those people who are interested, just send export masterclass. I will attend. Okay? Then once you have those message sent, okay, they send the account details. Once you paid, then we'll be able to know, we'll know that you are participating.
Okay. Now, this is the phone number for you to send in your details to. It's 080-2249-3182. 080-2249-3182. That's the number, 080-2249-3182. So that's the phone number. Send in export masterclass, and then I'll give you the details. Details contains the date, the venue, the amount, and once you make your payment, I also send you the bank account. So once you make your payment, you send back to us the details as your payment, proof of payment. So we'll book your spot. We'll book your spot for you. Now, 0700-903-9039. We're beginning to come to the end of the program, but we still have some time to take in some questions. So keep it coming in, 0700-903-9039. So this question says, good morning, Mary. It's time for us to make it big in this export. But I always wonder why a lot of people are not doing the business until I started listening to your program. So now that I know that it's very lucrative, I would like to know how to have my business registered, how to have my export license, and what products to export. Okay. Mr. Maxwell, what...
Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. For those who attend the masterclass, we'll be assisting you to get all these things, okay? Making sure you have your documentation ready, and making sure so that the product you're exporting is a world-class product. So those things, you'll be assisted, at least for those who attend the training, will be assisted to get your documentation by the time that you come. Next question.
Oh, that's great. Another one says, good morning to you, everyone. And for the export class, please book me. Although I do not have the money to pay now, but I'm going to pay in 3 installments. I hope you do installment, because I heard the other day that you do installment. Yes, we do installment. Mr. Yemi, you can pay installment. So I hope you have the phone number. Just send in export masterclass to this number, 080-2249-3182, 080-2249-3182. Now send it. I will tell you how you can make your instrumental payment and book your spots for the November masterclass. Okay, another one says, good morning to you. Good morning to Mr. Godwin. Mr. Godwin, I want to especially appreciate you for all your efforts on telling us about how to get into export. I have paid and attended different classes, but not like the one I attended the last time you came at the Golden Tulip Hotel. I was there live, seated in front, and I can tell you I benefited a lot. God helping me, if I have the money, I will come for the master class. I just want to appreciate you that Nigeria needs more people like you. Okay, thank you. Thank you for this. Thank you very much, Mr. Kunle, for this message. Mr. Kunle from Ikwaja. Okay, here is a question. I think we'll round off with this question. This one says, good morning to you, Mr. Godwin. Now, my question is this. I'm a food seller. I have a shop in Oshodi area. I'm into food stuff. I sell food, tomatoes, yam, and all of those kind of things. I want to know what I can export abroad. Please let me know. Some of my children are abroad, and when I hear this program, I feel I can do something. One is in Canada, one is in US, the other one is in UK. that.
Thank you very much. I think you have a very big chance. All you need is to have knowledge of how to go about it. If you have a brother in Canada, in US, and in UK, there is no reasons why you should not export. So then if you are to, if you sell food stuff, then it's those food stuff that actually you are sending that you are going to export. The only thing is that you are going to, will tell you how to package it, how to brand it, then those are just the basic things. So I think you have a better chance. I think more of this information can be gotten through some of our trainings, one of which will be coming up this particular next month. So I think I will implore you to try and attend this session so that you can have a broad information, and that will actually help you to start something profitable. Something like that.
Okay, that's very. Thank you very much for that answer. Okay, and lastly, good morning. I'm very interested in this export. I'm Uwaize from Mushi. How much can one have for a capital for this export business? How much one needs? Talking about the capital they need for the business.
Anyway, capital depends on what the buyer requested from you. From the perspective of export, there is small scale, there is a medium scale, and the large scale. But the first thing that you need to determine the product. So the product will determine the cost. That also answers the question.
Okay, and I think to round off, let's round off. I won't take questions anymore. We'll take it to next week. Now, just let's round off the conversation how we started with snail exportation and how you can export snails and make money with it. Let's have a recap on all we have spoken about today.
A recap.
Yes.
I think we start by a publication that Nigeria can actually, snail farmers can make some money, about $2.something billion. And we actually try to let you understand that there are countries that are actually interested in the snails, and we mentioned it. So it's an opportunity for anybody to actually go into that sector. And I think we need to also realize that snails exports to UK is live, while to US and Canada is frozen. And we show the cut of snails that are actually interested, which is the African giant snails. We also mentioned that. So, and the potential is high. And, rearing snails on your own is also a good one, because you don't buy like any feed, the things they eat are things that we, sometimes we throw away, or snails do consume them. And I think we need to also realize that going to snail rearing is a very profitable business, because snails, though they are hermaphrodites, but each snail has male and female organs, then definitely they can still have sexual intercourse together, and they produce between 39 to 42 eggs, per cluster. So by the time you look at that, you have multiplied about 1,000. You're running to a lot of thousands of snails, so it's a good business for anyone to go into. Then we also talk about the fact that the answer quite a lot of questions, and we also need to understand that you need to advance. For those who have attended the basic class, we advance you to attend the advanced class with the master class coming up on the 4th of November. It's learning, like I said, is going to miss essentially. So it's an executive session. It's not a crowded event. So if you want to attend that training, we still advise you to try by making payment. For those who want to make payments small, please try and start doing that right from today. The number will still be called, so make inquiries. Candidates will be sent to you, then, so that we can have an earlier preparation. We don't want a situation whereby when just 1 week to the event, people start calling, please tell us, give us a bit, So we need to really do a lot of planning, because it's a different program, with different products, with different perspectives and different results. So, but let me end by saying this, that, nothing of value is free. That is why you cannot emerge a star for free. Please note, I said it again. Nothing of value is free. That is why you cannot emerge a star for free.
Thank you, Mr. Godwin. We will need to know how to get in contact with you on social media.
Okay. You can get in touch with me on social media. You can just type Export Television Export Television on YouTube. You get my details then, or you go to my Facebook page, Godwin Oyefeso, Godwin Oyefeso. Then basically you can also connect with me for more details on the program that we'll be having.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Godwin. It's always a pleasure speaking with you. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Okay, we'll be here again, God willing, next week, Tuesday, for another edition of the program talking about exporting product from Nigeria abroad. My name is Mary Onaife Edebi. Coming up next right now is Area Matter, another good program. You don't want to miss it. Keep it here. We are the voice of the people, 90.3 FM.